the goodness of the Lord, how far He has brought us. Today I'm going to talk about a very sensitive issue in our society, especially things which are going on in our country right now. It has to do with prophecies, how they come to us, how we receive them, the impact prophecies should have on us. What are even prophecies? I'm going to talk about two types of prophecies: divine prophecies and common prophecies, with emphasis on common prophecies. So I say common prophecies because at your own corner you can be a prophet. And the basis of this is that as a Catholic especially, once you are baptized, you share in that tripartite natures of Jesus. Jesus was a king, Jesus was a prophet, and Jesus was a priest. So in the Old Testament, whenever God called anybody, He gave the person a specific job or duty to perform. If He called you to be a prophet, that is what you are. You cannot function as a priest or a king at the same time. If He called you to be a king, you cannot act as a priest or a prophet at the same time. If He called you as a priest, you cannot function as a prophet and a king at the same time. That is why at a point when Saul decided to function as a priest, God punished him. So that was the old order. If God called anybody, the duty was specific. If you are a prophet, stick to your prophecy line. If you are a king, stick to your kingly line. If you are a priest, stick to your priestly line. But it was after Jesus came that He combined all these three aspects of duties. So Jesus functioned as a king, He functioned as a priest, and He functioned as a prophet. It was never given to anybody with the exception of Jesus. So the Catholic teaching or the Catholic belief is that once you are baptized, you are also given that opportunity to be a king at your own corner, to be a priest at your own corner, and to be a prophet at your own corner. We have the common one and then the specific one. So the common one, sometimes some of you say, according to my baptism, I am also a priest. Yes, of course you are a priest. But you cannot function like me because you have not been ordained. So that is the common one that we all share. Now, picking it from the prophetic aspect in the first reading, whenever a prophet was given to the people of Israel, he was given to accompany a certain king or a certain rule. He was given to accompany the people of Israel so that when they are going wrong, the prophet will tell them to come back to their God whom they are trying to deviate from him. When God gave out a priest the priest was to accompany whichever king in existence. If you are going to any war, you consult the priest to offer sacrifices and ask the God for you whether you are going to win or you are going to lose. But the functions of the prophets were somehow confusing, in the sense that the prophet will come and tell the people of Israel, this is what God has revealed to me to tell you. But sometimes those around the king can also suggest that, dear king, this kind of prophecy we will not accept because it goes against us. See, that is why when God sent Jonah the prophet to the people of Nineveh, Jonah didn't want to go because the people of Nineveh were very stubborn that those around the king can easily tell the king not to accept this kind of message from God. This is the case in the first reading. King Zedekiah is in a state where care is not taken. Babylon will come and conquer them again. So Jeremiah, through God, is warning them that, my dear king, if care is not taken, how we are living our lives, one day Babylon will come and conquer us. But those around King Zedekiah said, no, this kind of prophecy is a doomsday, so we will not accept it. Because we have soldiers who are always fighting for us. You see, if Babylon is coming to conquer you, the Babylonian soldiers were very powerful. And this kind of prophecy, it doesn't mean whether your soldiers are strong or not, you will still win. No. So Jeremiah is telling them that if God speaks, no human being should try to undermine it. So this is the prophecy. The people around the king are saying, what can we do to stop this from Jeremiah? Let us kill him. How do we kill him? So they decided to bind him and then put him into a pit. Divine intervention has saved Jeremiah. Somebody has gone to tell the king that this is what I've seen they have done to Jeremiah. But the king loves Jeremiah so much because he was a nice prophet. Jeremiah would never say something he has not seen. He will not do that. So the king said, go and deliver Jeremiah for me. See, what were they afraid of? They were afraid about the fact that if our kingdom is destroyed, we are disgraced. So anybody who will speak ill about our kingdom, we wish to hear good things about our kingdom. We don't want to hear anything of distraction about our kingdom. But for Jeremiah, all the things that we are doing is pointing to defeat. So change your way of life. The message was very simple. Now, when a nation is confused, when true prophecy is coming, they don't even see it. When a nation is confused and the true prophecy is coming, they don't even see it. When a nation is confused confused. And a common prophecy is coming. They don't even listen. This is the state of our nation now. Dear people of God, the days of Jeremiah is no different from our days. The days of Zedekiah and the people around him is no different from our days. You see, I started by telling you that as a Catholic, you share in the three aspects of Jesus, who was a king, who was a prophet, and who was a priest. But our Catholic nature is such that the priestly aspect of it is dominant because through the Mass, a lot is revealed, a lot is communicated. We do not do it the way others do it, but truth be told, we get a lot of prophecies during Mass. We get a lot of messages from God during Mass. But the mode of communication differs from others. I see something about my church member, and I know some of you can testify about this. It can even come through dreams, through visions, through convictions. We call to tell you, we pray with you about it. Some time ago, I had a dream about some of you. I called one person, not knowing that dream was about myself. So if I had taken it for granted, it was going to happen to me. So during the Mass, a lot is revealed. But how we communicate it differs from others. Now we have come to a point in our lives as a nation. Because we are confused, the issue of prophecy is now the top of the day. Because we are confused as a nation. We are pretenders. A nation which tries, we pretend to be solving issues, but we are not. We are pretenders. We are not faithful to ourselves. We think we are solving issues, but we are not. Things are getting out of hand. And I'm going to mention some of the things to you so that don't sit down and say me, I don't care. One day you will care. One day all of us will care. I remember when coronavirus started from China. At that time, Donald Trump was making fun of it. It is a China disease. It will never come to America. You are right here. The whole world suffered. So don't sit there and say me, I don't care. I'm going to stick to common prophecies. I'm doing away with divine prophecies because some of the prophets have proven that we cannot even trust them again. Last elections, again I am. So the nation, the prophets of the nation were divided into two. One for NPP, one for NDC. So NPP prophets will prophesy in favor of NPP. NDC prophets will prophesy in favor of NDC. And I remember 2020 election. The kind of prophecies some prophets gave. Just say, I'm from baby. So how can we trust these people in 2024? And those who also gave prophecies in 2024 elections, and also I'm from baby. How can we still trust these people that we call prophets? So if people are not trusting them, it is because of their own character and attitude. We live in a nation where prophets are divided. One for one political party, one for another political party. So if I say something and it is against your party, it means I am tied to belong to another party. A confused state. We are confused. In this time, in this era, where the nation is fighting against is prophecy. Prophecy is what we are fighting against as a nation now. Prophecy. Something that you can easily have insight about the future. The things I'm going to mention now. You see, common sense, common knowledge can even tell you what is ahead of us. Now, you can be a prophet at your corner because sometimes they call some people social prophets. Why do they call them social prophets? They call them social prophets because they study the environment and see the things going on and they can predict the future and it comes to pass. Some people are called economic prophets because of their knowledge in economics. They can predict what is ahead of us. It comes to pass. Some people are also called medical prophets at their medical field because of their knowledge. They can predict what is going to come as far as diseases and sicknesses are concerned. So this is what I mean by common prophets. At your own field of work, you can be a prophet. Because in your daily life, you study things around you and you can predict the outcome of it. Now, we are in this country. Medical practitioners warned us against the issue of galamsey and how it is going to affect us medically. I remember one doctor was complaining that almost all the galamsey areas, they are now experiencing some abnormal children during their birth, some abnormal diseases when they are born. They predicted that some years to come, if care is not taken, these children are going to be burden to the society. And I know some of you have heard a lot about this. We are here. Ghana Water Company warned us, and they are still warning us, that one day we will have to import water from elsewhere because galamsey activities are destroying almost all our water bodies. This is a common prophecy. We are here. Forestry Commission are warning us that some people are taking, they are covering our forest zones, and even the Forestry Commission cannot even enter the forest because these people are so armed that even soldiers cannot find them. And we are in this country and we think everything is okay. This is a common prophecy. So when the Forestry Commission is telling us about this thing, this is a common prophecy. It will happen to us if we don't find solution to it. So this is never about NGC MPP issue in this country. Anything has been politicized. So you cannot even talk about it. Because if you are brave like Jeremiah to talk about it, you are tired. Because it doesn't favor a certain political party. Last year's election, it was just 2 months to elections. My own Catholic church embarked on the galamsey demonstration. And the church was tagged as anti-government because it is going to favor another political party. Whether it will favor a political party or not, this is about our life. Our water bodies are being destroyed because of these activities. And some people are like, you are in a crowd. What does galamsey have to do with you? Excuse my language. Foolishness. Foolishness. So the Accra people cannot talk about galamsey because they don't live in the galamsey site. The food that we eat, the plantains and the cassavas, are they not brought from those areas? Like Jeremiah, some of us, you will talk about it, whether it will hurt your political party or not. We will talk about it because it is about our lives. How can we sit in this country and the Forestry Commission cannot enter our forest because it has been seized by unknown men? Are we saved? Tell me if we are saved. We are never saved. You know, come one day. Ubeti ya say ye announcement for radio so. Obiara when obiara the nation has been seized by some unknown men. Who they enter on na ye mu ye bi so. Ayen kan ye to buy ye kan masa. If you know how Galamsey activities is disturbing this nation, you have no idea. When the Catholic Church said, if Galamsey activities are not stopped, they will not accept money from Galamseyers. You know what Galamseyers told the church? If you don't collect our money, or if you refuse our money, we will take it to the orphanage. You see? As some of all culture, or can be and how was one before the giant. And some people are bold enough. When soldiers are going to chase these Galamseyers out, these people are bold enough to fight back. They are able to fight back because they have the ammunition. And then somebody will issue a threat. If you separate from the Galamsey areas, you will use those guns to come and rob you in your houses. Are we seeing? So the nation is confused. And dear Lord knows a canvas. They say they canvas prophecy. Now, if any prophet gets any message, the person should submit it to the presidency for verification. Who can verify the prophecy? You see, so if I say we are confused nation, this is my point. We are confused. So what we are talking about for us, which is so important, is the issue of prophecy. Now, you see, this one hurts me so much. When our men lost their lives, the nation was mourning. But you listen to some of the commentaries on radio, on television, those that you respect so much. Somebody was like, Dr. Omane, may he so rest in peace. He's a Catholic. And because he's a Catholic, he doesn't take prophecy serious. So when the prophet said, tell Dr. Omane to come and see me, he didn't take it serious. Do you consider the feelings that the families are going through, and you sit on radio and television and be spitting out this kind of rubbish? Do you know his religious belief? Who told you Catholics don't believe in prophecy? Because the person himself, through his baptism, he's a prophet. So if you're a Catholic and you don't believe in prophecy, that is up to you. But for God's sake, it is not every prophecy that you accept. For some of them, because of popularity, so that the nature of the Catholic Church is that nobody should be bigger than the church. No priest should be bigger than the church or should be popular than the church. So in the wisdom of the church, if activities of a priest expected to him to be more popular, the church will find a way to limit the activities. And that should be it, because nobody should be bigger than the master himself. So it is not every prophecy that you will accept, because some of you have not proven enough to us to accept your prophecies. It doesn't mean mean prophecy doesn't exist. True prophecy really exists. But my interest is the common prophecy. We don't need the prophecy of Jeremiah in our days as a country. What we can depend on is the common prophecy. The ones the medical practitioners are warning us against. The ones the Forestry Commission is warning us against. The ones the social commentators are warning us against. The ones the water company is warning us against. That is what we should depend on as a country right now. Because one day you'll be fine. If you get the privilege or the opportunity to listen to some of the things which are going on in our country right now, you should fear for the country. If you are to tell me the number of foreigners who are armed in our forest areas, you'll be shocked. You will be shocked. Because I am afraid if our soldiers cannot enter the forest to fight these people, you cannot tell them we are safe. We are never safe. We are never safe. But now we're on television, so let us try to stop it. Why not stop it? Those who have the power to stop, those who have the power to stop it, they have joined us